The big questions in life. What's better, Marvel or DC? Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo? You know, big questions. A bigger question for me right now, what's better, the Nike Invincible 3 or the Gel Nimbus 25? You see, 2023 has started with a very big bang in terms of running shoes, and racing season is upon us. You're gonna be asking yourselves, which of these shoes do you wanna get? Or maybe you've got one and you're considering the other as well. So I thought I would put them head to head and compare them to inform you guys which one of these two will be best for you. Before I get into it, my name is Aubrey and I'm a very average runner. Please don't see that as a slogan only, I sincerely mean it. I'm a very average runner, simply trying to be less average by the day. Without fail, I always start by thanking you guys for taking time to subscribe to my channel, liking and commenting on the videos. It genuinely means a lot. At the time of recording this review, I have 700 subscribers, and I'm very thankful for each one of you. You genuinely mean a lot to me, so thank you. Let's get to it. The first two specs I'm gonna give you are objective. These are not my opinion, it's just facts. Price and weight. Firstly, price. 175 versus 170 pounds. Therefore, 1 point to the Nike Invincible 3. The next thing is the weight. 315 in a 9.5 UK versus 321 of the same. So 1 point to the Gel Nimbus 25. We're at a tie at this point. The next set of specs I'm going to talk about really are subjective. They are my opinion on these two shoes. Let's start from the top and work our way down. The first thing, and I know I make a big fuss over this, is the heel tab. The heel tab makes a better experience on putting the shoe on or taking it off. A point to the Gel Nimbus 25, the heel tab on here is thought out. It's much more texture to it and it's elasticated. It's a much better heel tab, whereas this is very thin and it can sort of cut into your finger a little bit. So 2-1 to the Gel Nimbus 25. Okay, the next thing, I want to talk about the collar. Sadly, I didn't get along with the Nike Invincible 3's collar. My foot was not held as securely as I would have liked. Certainly not as securely as it did with the Gel Nimbus 25. It's only when I decided to compare these two I understood why, but if you look at the padding inside the two shoes, they've gone for a slicker feel in the Invincible 3, but the Gel Nimbus 25 has a bit more padding around the top of the collar that holds your foot in. So another point to the Gel Nimbus 25. Right, the next thing I want to talk about is the tongue. This is important. And this is going to sound like I'm raining on the Invincible 3, but believe me as I go, it's going to make a comeback. You will see. But the tongue on the Gel Nimbus 25, I absolutely love this because one, it's gusseted, meaning it's attached to the upper, and you do, when you put your foot in, you get that sock feeling, whereas the tongue on this one is very much loose. And I don't know why, because the version 2 was attached. But anyway, that's where we are. Maybe it's just trying to make up for weight. I don't know. The next thing is the laces. This is where the Nike Invincible 3 gets a point. I don't know what Asics were thinking in this lacing system. I don't know what these orangey bits, what these loops are. This is a bit more resilient on the Invincible 3. This is going to withstand the test of time. Whilst I get this is flashier, I very much prefer the Nike Invincible 3. The next thing is the upper. I told you it's going to make a comeback. The Nike Invincible 3's upper feels and looks a bit more of a technical and engineered upper. Don't get me wrong. I do like the perforated upper. It does breathe better in the Gel Nimbus 25. But if I'm going to look for a shoe that looks the part for the price I'm paying, this feels a bit more thought out, a bit more technical. And so I have to give the upper to the to the Nike Invincible 3. Next is the midsole. It is without a doubt that this is the most important part of this comparison. I can't tell you which one gets my point yet. I have to say it depends. And here is why. If you're after a recovery run, an easy run where comfort is the priority, it is without a doubt that I would recommend Nike Invincible 3. However, if your long run recovery run is one where you still expect some sort of return of energy and still get some performance out of it, the Gel Nimbus 25. With that said, I suffer from shin splints quite a bit, and therefore I look after my joints and all of that kind of stuff, but I'm still trying to improve. Remember what I said about the slogan? I'm trying to be less average by the day. It is because of that fact. I don't just want to feel in my run. Therefore, my point goes to the Gel Nimbus 25. Let's turn these shoes over and talk about the outsoles. Here, it was without a doubt that I had to go with the Nike Invincible 3. That waffle shape in the outsole, the texture of the rubber, feels much more gripped than it did with the Gel Nimbus 25. The other thing, I don't know if it's just me because of how much I love the Gel Nimbus 25. I'm seeing a bit more wear and tear in the Gel Nimbus 25 that I didn't expect this early. And so when I look at the Invincible 3, it's holding out a bit more than this one. And that tells you this is an easy winner in this one. Okay, so I know I said the most important part of the comparison was the midsole, but maybe let me take that back and say it's this bit. The look of the shoes. That's ignoring the colorways because you can get different colorways, so I'm not talking about the colors, but just the look of the shoe. For me, I felt like the Nike Invincible 3 looks like a standard running shoe, and this, the Gel Nimbus 25, has a bit more personality to it, and so I'll give it to the Gel Nimbus 25. I have to end this video with a statement. I feel it's very irresponsible of shoe reviewers to make themselves a bit more authoritative in saying that's a better shoe or that shoe was rubbish. I have to say these are strictly my opinions of my experiences in these shoes. You could find that this is a better shoe for you or that one's a better shoe for you. So please do take time in looking at other people's comparisons or reviews to inform your decision. A few reviews I would highly recommend. Kofuzi has touched on any one of these shoes. The Run Testers, I absolutely love their reviews because they do have a bit more of a rounded discussion about any topic. Run Like Hella did a very good one, which I like. And so give those guys a view. And I cannot, absolutely cannot end a review without doing my own. It's not gonna be a musical interlude like the man does it, but a big shout out to Ed Budd. Any shoe that comes out, please give that guy a listen to because his opinion truly is measured. Thank you very much for watching this, and hopefully you're gonna join me on the next one. Thank you.